So people enter the Power of One with maybe an idea or a theme of something that's important to them. They develop that theme into a concrete story and performance that they then tell on stage in a professional theater in New York City. The Power of One formally launched in April 2015. One by one, as each person made a commitment to undertake this very personal journey, they began to generate ideas for their show. After 3 months of working on their own, the group was ready for its 4-day creative development retreat. To step into the theater for the first time, to meet each other in person for the first time, to begin to put form and structure to their work. They gathered first at the theater where they will perform in early December.
I believe in the transformational power of storytelling. It's at the root of theater, and if you're a person who believes in theater and live performance, then you know that you can affect an audience. I think telling your own story is a specific form of solo theater. It's its own genre, solo theater, and a narrative and sort of confessional storytelling is even sort of more specific than that. You really do have to be courageous to tell your own story on stage by yourself.
By the time we left for New Paltz, where we would spend the rest of the weekend, the magnitude of what we were up to had dawned on us all. I call them the Ones. There are 3 of them. Brad, the lawyer, who is also a dancer and a deep, deep thinker. Isabel, the therapist with the most vibrant personality, full of flair and passion. And Jennifer, who manages a career as a flight attendant despite tremendous health challenges and a very complicated family life. I wasn't sure at all if these 3 different personalities were going to mesh, so I stuck them in a car together for a couple of hours to find out. It's a wild ride creating a solo show. It requires so much courage. You have to be willing to keep digging until you find your deepest truth. We're not used to it in our day-to-day lives. Most of us can get away with a lot less. Our first day together was pretty intense. Tell me you miss her and look at me. Don't go in.
In my mind, Monica is able to see what the issues are and not be afraid to go to them. Oftentimes I think we frame our issues in something that's acceptable, and she'll delve to the next level, which is really getting to the deeper part of it. So she has that ability and she's not afraid to go there. I found her compassionate.
When you've lived with your story, it's easy to forget that it's interesting. You start thinking, who wants to sit through all this? The answer is, no one does. At least not until you give them something so real, so powerful, so moving, that they're hanging on your every word.
I'm embarrassed.
I know, baby. The sacred quality of what we're doing. I feel what it is to take the risks that you each are taking, and what it is to be willing, when I say dive deeper and you say okay, and it's I don't know, somehow I get to ask you to go places, and you go, and somehow the whole thing just always feels like a miracle to me.
Crossing.
It's interesting. So today we had 2 of the artists in residence come, and there was something about seeing them and realizing, oh, they're just talking to us, and they're telling a great story, but they're just talking to us. It wasn't a performance. It was them telling a great story. And I thought, I can tell a great story.